When they struggle defensively, they are vulnerable. In their 10 losses this season, opponents have averaged 92 points a game against them. In the win, he played well. In the loss, he fouled out and was not impactful. Those are the starters for the Gators. They've been consistent with their starting five, but Micah Handlogton did not see much time last night. And Handlogton gets scored on as Nick Pringle comes flying down the lane.
Rim well executed there.
Third meeting in 24 days between these two teams. Alabama won on its home court in overtime by 5, 98-93. Samuel leads it short, and then Florida hammered them 105-87 on senior day. A layup for Latrell Wrightsell Jr. He is a difference maker.
Well, A+ for Alabama to start this game based on the scouting report. They're going to play one-on-one down here in the post, hold their own, and then drive those guards to the basket, as you saw right there.
Samuel, mid-range. That is a shot that Alabama will invite him to take all night long. Wrightsell gets it right back, and it finds Nelson on the dive. Banks it in.
2 pocket passes in 3 possessions. Alabama has found a recipe against this Florida defense.
Walter Clayton Jr. off balance, and Wrightsell the board. Here's Estrada. Remember, Mark Sears, the leading scorer for this team. He is a very calm influence on the offensive end. He doesn't hunt his own shot. He hasn't needed to. His teammates have led them to an early lead. 8-0 Bama. Nelson's got 4. Wrightsell and Pringle have a pair each.
Well, Nate Oates implored to his team, we've got to win the paint points. How about 8-0 to start the game? Here's that pocket pass. When you come up and set that screen, roll hard to them, because Florida doesn't do a good job of helping the helper here. So you get the big show on the ball there, and then Grant Nelson finishing through contact. Really, these teams are so familiar with each other. They were telling the team, was Alabama, hey guys, I know this looks like the 3rd time we've seen this film and this movie, but we've got to lock in on these. He had 13 quick ones last night and was quiet after that.
Estrada for 3. Got it. 5 of 7 from the floor. Tyrese Samuel can't make it from 3 feet away, and here comes Sears.
If you Florida's bigs can't make those little floaters in the lane, it's just a numbers game. And good news for Alabama fans is Rylan Griffin, who had that injury, has come back into the lineup. He's a big key to them.
Pulling, dancing with Nelson. They brought help out in the form of Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Clayton challenge 3 is wide left. Slow starting, but they finished strong. 7 of 9 in overtime. Handlogton gets fast. He went to the free throw line 3 times and went a perfect 6 for 6 from the line. Pulling with the push-off. Todd Golden not happy.
Well, they have been unable to guard the ball without getting blown by, and so for Sears to cut Pulling off there, and first team
from Perth, Australia. Jaron Stevenson on the floor for Bama. Here's Griffin. And back to their leading scorer, Sears. All conference versus all conference, and Sears wins this one. Mark Sears.
It's really good. The freshman's going to be an all-SEC player in this league.
Sears off the handoff. Fires for 3. Griffin kept it alive. And a took over, and Todd Golden, he was already committed to Alabama. He had a great game against the Gators in Tuscaloosa. Kugel, when it's really the guards to get most of the scoring opportunities by far. Shot clock at 5. Nelson drive, running hook. Hey, Magic Johnson, where'd that come from?
Hooked by Grant Nelson.
Didn't Magic do this against your Sixers in the playoffs or in the finals when you were just a
did. I don't know that I was watching it live, but a little bit of Abdul-Jabbar.
Condon, surprised you didn't look to shoot that one. Clayton Jr. into Nelson. Rebounded by Pringle. I said, no, I know we're on the bus for a while, but I'll be fine without it. And then they pulled up to a chapel when they got to town in a visiting campus. He said, probably going in here just to watch film or maybe have a walkthrough. He was surprised when he learned that they would be sleeping on the gymnasium floor. Welcome to Division III life. And I think
thought it was awesome how you got him rapid, too. That was cool. Right in the middle of the shoot-around.
Well, he's rolling in his 5.0. Sears finds Nelson, dive and dunk.
Cannot go under. You got to go over the top. Send him towards the paint.
Kick out for a Stevenson three. That's an answer. First triple for Jaron Stevenson. Clayton just toying with Sears, but couldn't knock it down. Aberdeen fights for the rebound. It's off of Florida.
For most all teams in the SEC, but it's really started to thrive late in the season in that six-man role.
Tough pass, threaded the needle. Three no good from Griffin. Estrada picks the pocket of Walter Clayton Jr. Reitzel, nice touch.
Did that hit rim?
I think it'd have to hit the corner, yeah. It was not pretty. Nelson rejects that one. Samuel picks it up. Food City Center. Poland penetrates on Reitzel. Back out to Kugel. Shot clock getting late. It's a 5. Samuel trying to drive. Foul charge to Kugel. Estrada around the Sears screen and behind Pringle for 3. That's a good looking play. Aaron Estrada has his second triple. You can nearly threw it away. Well, Reitzel Jr. with the drive over Handlogton. Sears bounces it to Nelson. Shares it to Pringle for the jam. Under 6 to play in the first half, and Sears playing with 2 personal fouls. Turns his back and reverses it in with incredible body control and vision. Well, right there, despite the fact that Alabama has led the entire game. Sears with the shake. Clayton finds Richard on the cut. Nelson defends and gets the board. Sears dumps for Estrada in transition. Without him. Now Clayton with the drive.
Less is more.
Yeah, genius of a leader. She knew. Here's Sears, was open for a split second. Ball fake and a spin. Try to put a little masse on it, and for the Gators. Estrada right down the paint. Pump fake, and he sneaks it in. Minute to play in the half. Florida has led at the half. Golden for his success in his first 2 years in Gainesville. Estrada for 3.
You want to be as a college head coach.
Sears hard into Handlogton. And make no mistake, revenue, one big reason these coaches want to stay here. And after high-profile jobs opened up.
Loves the spin move on that left block. Pringle forgot the scouting report.
As a sophomore. Grew to 6'9" as senior college power forward at Dodge City.
Consecutive stops because right now Florida's got Alabama in a danger zone. And 2 for 1 to foul intentionally to get the ball back in a game against Arizona. He said he sprinted to the scorer's table, smile on his face, did whatever he could to help the team for 5 seconds, came right back out. And he said that's the type of attitude we need.
Gives Florida its largest lead of the game. Shoals High School.
That's the coolest person I've ever seen. Today. I'm in danger zone like this Alabama team right now.
You're away and she's spending all your money. Handlogton.
I think you hit the nail on the head. That happens to this Alabama team too often.
Estrada is able to bank. Florida has won the SEC tournament 4 times. The most recent was 10 years ago under Billy Donovan. They didn't lose a game. It wasn't a chance they're going to win the game. So we could whittle the deficit to single digits. The difference in their rating, 0.000.
When you see a trailing coach call a timeout late.
Where's the purse?
That's some of the top SEC teams going to March Madness.
Here's Estrada working on Poland. I would counter with this. Sears penetrates and takes it off the glass.
In there, but now all of a sudden you got 7 seed A&M and then Mississippi State, what, 8 or 9 still alive?
A better sight for the SEC men's basketball tournament. Here's Pringle at the free throw line.
Back about.
Yeah, he shut us out of the wings. Condon off the mark. It will be live post-game from the set here in Bridgestone Arena. Wrightson Jr. for three.
They got to do the full show. No cheating either. You can't tape the C and D segment ahead of time. Police come up and he says, any problems here? It goes, no, we're just chilling.
And I think he served the community that night. In and out. It's story time about Ron Slay. Listen what he got.
My Uber driver from the airport was name dropping Ron Slay like the entire ride to downtown Nashville. He's the most popular guy.
They can get some quick transition buckets here. And they can get some little run. Try to get this thing to a manageable number. It's just not.
Quad 1 and 2 record is 10 and 7. Estrada off the window.
Nate Oates is going to bring Pringle in to try to get a little bit more physical this game, saying, hey, Florida imposed their will on us. And they threw the first punch, but 40 minutes of basketball. And other than that start, there's a double team now, makes a perfect read to the opposite corner.
Griffin into Sam.
Instead of Ryland Griffin. How about that?
That's good.
Yeah. Well,
Griffin knocks the ACC tournament. Florida had a 15-point lead at the break. They've outscored Bama by 9. Nelson said, put me in the video clip. Follow jamming a foul.
One of the few times was in. Great effort there to attack from the backside.
Right on the head of Alex Condon. With the spin at the timeline. Directs traffic and puts it on the floor. Out into the corner, and they work at the Condon. Loose ball put out for three. Stevenson spins and takes it off the glass and in.
You got to admire this Alabama bench continuing to stay in it. Nate Oates fights all the time. He's imploring his team, get up, we're trying to press.
In Australia is Monlia, part of the Australian national swim team, and Ryland Griffin knocks down his first triple of the season. Sears to Nelson. Oh, man. And then Sears fighting for it. Gets it to Estrada for the layup.
That's why he's a first-team All-SEC guy. When you're down 22, you don't typically see this type of effort. But watch Sears and White here. That he's going to be the first to the deck. Dive on this loose ball. Get it to Estrada for the two.
What's fixable about what went wrong for Bama tonight?
Well, nice dunk there by Pringle. So it's the trying to find the best defensive rotations. This has been a tough matchup for him with these Florida bigs.
There's a walk for Samuel, but what if?
I think the other thing, too, for Florida is they got the message from Todd Golden. Yes, they won against Georgia, but that was not a good defensive effort. They were getting beat off the bounce all game long.
Now. Sears off the window.
A little bit showing you the right, then switches it last minute with the left.
Pringle can't stop popping and got another jam. He's got a dozen.
Estrada, again, probably second All-SEC team, was left off.
0 for 2. Talk to Mark Shears about his growth as a player this season, and they lost so much talent off of last year's team, including.
We said at the start, not only one of the best players in the SEC, you could argue he's the most improved player in the league as well.
Yeah, he and Sean East would be up for that conversation. Griffin in transition. Sears sizes it up. Stevenson collecting some points late. Team. And then they went in midweek to Florida on the Gators senior night and lost their second in a row. Sears with a beautiful reverse.
It's the Florida Gator team that you wondered would they even make the tournament. They've continued that hot streak in this SEC tournament.
51% shooting, including 7 of 20 from deep for this Florida team. Todd Golden able to
come away with it early February.
Another tally for Sears. He's got 22. Florida will run the clock out, and the Gators, for the first time in 5 years, will play on into the weekend and make a semifinal appearance. They get Texas A&M tomorrow night. Been a good week to be Golden, that's for sure. And we'll try to continue it.
And this Alabama team struggled from deep against Florida, and that's been the case in 3 games against the Gators. But late first half woes for Alabama on both ends of the floor. Florida was able to capitalize, and they're an impressive team. A tough matchup for Alabama with their size on the inside, their guards, their ability to get in the lane, and the way they defend the 3. So disappointing night, tough loss for Alabama. I thought this team would come out and play better than it did here in Nashville in the quarterfinal, but that was not the case. The good news is, for this Crimson Tide team, they will hear their name called, and I expect Alabama to still be on the 4 line. If not 5 seed, Alabama is going to be a good seed in the NCAA tournament, have a chance to go back, rest up, get healthy, and hopefully play much better next week in the tournament.